Welcome, car lovers. Imagine a vehicle that breaks the mold of what you thought a van could be. A machine built not just to haul, but to impress. A machine that blends everyday practicality with unexpected elegance and modern luxury. Today, we're diving into the brand new 2026 Ford Transit, a name you've known for decades, but one that's been completely reborn for a new era. For years, the Transit has been the backbone of fleets, families, and adventurers alike. But this time, Ford isn't just aiming for the working class. It's aiming for comfort, for sophistication, for something that makes you stop and stare when it passes by. The 2026 Trans looks like it's been to finishing school. It's sharper, cleaner, and bolder. The face is all new, wearing a redesigned grille framed by slimmer LED headlights and a front bumper sculpted with real purpose. From the front, it's unmistakably Ford. Proud, muscular, and modern. The proportions are balanced, even elegant for something of this size. You can have it in multiple lengths and roof heights. Low, medium, or high. But no matter the configuration, it's instantly more refined than the boxy vans of the past. The lines now flow with intent, the side profile is strong and uninterrupted, hinting at aerodynamics and grace. You get a sense that this van isn't built just for work, it's built for the open road. And when you see it glide by in metallic silver, deep navy, or stealth black, you realize Ford has nailed something few manufacturers dare attempt, making a van desirable. The 2026 Transit doesn't shout, it simply exudes quiet confidence. The large sliding door blends smoothly into the body, and the rear design, with its sculpted tail lamps and flush surfaces, feels distinctly premium. Even the alloy wheels look more SUV-inspired, giving the van a stance that's both commanding and composed. Step closer, and the craftsmanship becomes clear. Every panel gap feels tightened. Every contour has a reason. The front fascia, now more upright, enhances visibility from the driver's seat. The windshield sweeps high, giving a panoramic view of the road. The mirrors are large and aerodynamically shaped, reducing drag and wind noise. Small details that speak volumes about Ford's obsession with refinement. Now, beneath that sculpted body lies something equally evolved. The 2026 Transit continues to ride on a sturdy rear-wheel drive platform, with available all-wheel drive for those who demand extra traction in tough conditions. Under the hood sits a 3.5-liter V6 engine, a powertrain that's been tuned for smoothness and strength. It produces a confident 275 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque sent through a quick, shifting 10-speed automatic transmission. It's an engine that feels effortless. One moment it's idling quietly, the next it's moving nearly 3 tons of van with a steady surge of torque. The 0 to 60 mph times 6 around 6.8 seconds for the lighter trims, making it one of the quickest vans in its class. And if you opt for the twin-turbo EcoBoost version, you get even stronger mid-range pull, ideal for overtaking or climbing steep highways with a full load. Performance in a van might sound like an afterthought, but Ford engineers took it seriously. The suspension feels tight yet forgiving, absorbing bumps without wallowing. The steering, surprisingly precise, gives you the kind of feedback you'd expect in a crossover. Whether you're navigating tight city corners or cruising down an interstate, the Transit feels more composed and planted than ever before. Towing and hauling. The Transit continues its legacy there too. Depending on configuration, it can tow up to nearly 7,000 pounds and carry a payload of more than 3,600 pounds. But what's more impressive is how easily it does it. There's no drama. Just smooth, controlled power delivery. That's the advantage of the 10-speed gearbox, which always seems to know exactly which gear to pick, keeping the engine calm and efficient. Speaking of efficiency, Ford hasn't ignored modern expectations. The Transit lineup includes hybrid and electric variants as well. The all-electric E-Transit, now refined for 2026, packs a 89 usable battery and delivers up to 159 miles of range on a full charge, perfect for urban mobility or short business routes. Instant torque makes it feel surprisingly quick off the line, and regenerative braking smooths out the drive while conserving energy. The best part, even with all that electric hardware, Ford managed to keep the cargo volume identical to the combustion versions. Proof that practicality wasn't sacrificed for progress. The electric version charges from 15 to 80% in about 34 minutes on a DC fast charger, making it easy to top up between jobs or during a coffee break. Curb weight ranges from about 4,900 pounds for the lighter RWD models to just over 5,500 pounds for the heavier high-roof or AWD versions. Yet thanks to improved chassis tuning and electronic stability systems, it never feels clumsy. It's surprisingly nimble, especially in tight parking lots or narrow streets where older vans used to feel like rolling walls of metal. But here's where the 2026 Transit truly begins to surprise. The way it looks and feels from the driver's seat. This is where the transformation becomes undeniable. Open the door, and the first thing you notice is how solid it feels. That satisfying, confident thud that instantly signals quality. Step inside, and you're met with an interior that finally feels like it belongs in 2026. This isn't the plain, echoing box of the old Transit. This is a space that blends practicality with refinement, designed for people who spend real time behind the wheel. Professionals, adventurers, and even families who expect more from their vehicle. The dashboard greets you with a new sense of symmetry and style. It's upright yet inviting, trimmed in soft touch materials that look and feel far above the commercial standard. The centerpiece is a large 12-inch touchscreen running Ford's latest SYNC4 infotainment system. Quick, crisp, and intuitive, it supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, over-the-air updates, navigation with live traffic data, and a 360-degree camera system that makes parking this big machine feel like child's play. Just below the screen sits a sleek row of physical controls, the perfect mix of digital sophistication and tactile precision. The gear selector, now electronic, frees up space, while the redesigned steering wheel houses all your main functions. You can adjust volume, cruise, and even access voice commands without ever lifting a finger from the wheel. Then there's the driving position. High commanding, with visibility that gives you an almost panoramic view of the world ahead. The windshield stretches upward like a cinema screen, while the massive side windows flood the cabin with light. The mirrors, now featuring integrated blind spot monitoring, are like twin radar towers watching your flanks. You sit tall, confident, and in control, almost like piloting a luxury SUV. The seats have been completely redesigned. They're wider, more contoured, and wrapped in high-grade materials depending on trim. From durable fabrics to premium leather with contrast stitching, long drives no longer feel like endurance tests. The cushioning is firm yet supportive, and there's even available heating and ventilation, something unheard of in older vans. Add to that a multi-way power adjustment system, lumbar support, and memory settings, and you realize this isn't just a workspace, it's a lounge on wheels. Ford also took cabin quietness seriously. The 2026 Transit uses thicker acoustic glass, improved insulation, and vibration damping mounts to make the ride nearly silent at highway speeds. You hear only the low hum of the engine. Or, in the case of the e-Transit, pure electric silence. Conversations remain clear, even at 70 mph. For those converting this van into a luxury tourer or business shuttle, this silence becomes gold. Storage is abundant and cleverly integrated. There are deep door bins, overhead shelves, a massive center console, and hidden compartments for valuables. Everything feels like it's been placed exactly where you'd expect it to be, purposeful and convenient. Cup holders, power outlets, and USB-C ports are everywhere. There's even a fold-down workstation option that turns the cabin into a mobile office when parked. Move toward the rear, and the Transit begins to show its true versatility. Depending on configuration, you can have a 2, 5, 8, or even 15 passenger layout. The high roof variant offers enough standing height for adults to walk through without crouching. A blessing for long-distance travel. Every row feels airy thanks to the massive windows and optional panoramic skylights. You can spec reclining captain's chairs, ambient lighting, and even built-in Wi-Fi that supports up to 10 devices. In luxury conversions, the Transit transforms into something else entirely. Think first-class airline cabin on wheels. Reclining seats with footrests, LWB mood lighting tracing the ceiling, a massive screen for rear passengers, and sound systems tuned by Bang & Olufsen. Ford's modular layout allows aftermarket companies to elevate the Transit into true business-class mobility. A trend growing fast across the world. But even in standard trims, the Transit's ride quality and refinement are leagues above the old model. Ford reworked the suspension with revised damper tuning and improved bushings, meaning rough roads no longer translate to harsh jolts. You glide over imperfections, feeling the road without being punished by it. Steering response is sharper now, thanks to new electric power assistance. Every corner feels more confident, every maneuver more precise. On highways, the Transit is surprisingly composed. The long wheelbase brings a sense of stability, and the cabin remains calm even when crosswinds try to push against that tall profile. Ford's adaptive cruise control works seamlessly, maintaining distance and lane centering with minimal input. Add lane, keeping assist, pre-collision braking, and a full suite of sensors, and you've got a van that feels as safe and advanced as any modern SUV. Even when fully loaded, the 3.5-liter V6 doesn't feel strained. Power delivery remains smooth and linear. The 10-speed transmission shuffles gear invisibly, always keeping the revs in that sweet zone between torque and efficiency. And for those who crave silence and zero emissions, the e-Transit delivers an entirely different kind of satisfaction. Instant torque, no shifts, and a serene glide that feels almost futuristic. On a twisty road, the Transit might surprise you. Sure, it's big, but the weight distribution and the electronic stability systems give it surprising balance. The steering weights up naturally through bends, and the grip, especially in all-wheel drive variants, is impressive for a vehicle this tall. You can actually enjoy driving it, which is something no one expected to say about a Transit a decade ago. The brakes, too, are strong and progressive. Ford uses larger discs and an improved hydraulic setup to ensure confidence even under heavy loads. In electric models, regenerative braking helps recover energy while giving you smooth deceleration. By the time you've spent an hour inside the 2026 Transit, it no longer feels like a van. It feels like a command center, a mobile living room, and a driver's car all rolled into one. You start to understand why this vehicle has become the go-to choice for luxury transport conversions, family adventurers, and corporate mobility fleets. It's not just about space anymore. It's about the experience. Once you've spent some real time behind the wheel of the new Transit, something clicks. You realize this isn't just a utility van. It's a full-sized statement of intent from Ford. Every motion, every sound, every surface speaks of progress. You grip the wheel. You feel the refinement in the steering, the solidity in the chassis, and the precision in the way it tracks straight and true. There's a new sense of calm in the cabin, and that calm extends to the driver. Push the accelerator and the 3.5-liter V6 comes alive with a quiet surge of confidence. The throttle response is immediate, and the power builds smoothly as the 10-speed automatic shifts without hesitation. At full throttle, the Transit lunges forward with surprising authority. 275 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. Moving a vehicle this size shouldn't feel this effortless, yet it does. And if you're behind the wheel of the EcoBoost variant, those twin turbos bring even more mid-range muscle, turning steep inclines or highway merges into an easy flex of the right foot. But where the Transit truly shines is its composure. At 70 miles per hour, the cabin remains eerily quiet. Crosswinds, barely noticeable. Rough patches of asphalt, smoothly ironed out. It drives more like a refined crossover than a commercial van. The suspension, fine-tuned for 2026, keeps body motions controlled while still soaking up bumps with surprising softness. This balance between stability and comfort is what makes the new Transit so special. It's not just built to move things, it's built to move people. And do it gracefully. When you pull off the highway and into tighter roads, that same sense of control stays with you. The electric power steering feels light at low speeds, making parking and maneuvering easy. And it firms up naturally as your speed rises. The turning radius, tight for its size, means even the long, wheelbase versions never feel intimidating in the city. And with the 360-degree camera system feeding a crystal clear view to that massive central screen, you can slot this full-sized van into spaces you'd never think possible. Then comes the moment you switch to the e-Transit, and the whole experience transforms. Press the start button, and silence. No vibration, no rumble, just a subtle hum as the digital cluster lights up. You nudge the accelerator, and the electric motor responds instantly. Smooth, strong, and completely linear, with 266 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque available from 0 RPM. It moves with the quiet confidence of an electric luxury car. In city traffic, it's almost poetic. No shifting, no delay, just instant, seamless acceleration. The 89 battery gives you up to 159 miles of usable range, more than enough for daily use, shuttle services, or light commercial routes. Charging from 15 to 80% on a DC fast charger takes roughly 35 minutes, making it perfectly suited for modern workflows or road trips with planned stops. The battery is mounted low in the chassis, keeping the center of gravity down, which gives the e-Transit a sense of balance and composure the old diesel models could only dream of. And even as you drive, the cabin remains an oasis. The air conditioning system hums quietly, the materials feel upscale, and the big screen displays all the information you need, from range estimates to nearby charging stations, in crisp, minimalist graphics. This is what future-ready practicality looks like clean, efficient, and genuinely relaxing. When it comes to safety, Ford has loaded the Transit with its latest driver assistance suite. Pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, lane keeping system, blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, rear cross traffic alert. It's all here. There's even trailer sway control and hill descent assist for when you're towing. You feel protected from every angle, and that's exactly the kind of reassurance that makes long drives easier, safer, and far less tiring. In terms of numbers, the Transit still keeps its professional edge. Maximum towing sits around 600-900 pounds depending on configuration. Payload: just over 300-600 pounds. Yet despite all that muscle, it doesn't feel heavy-handed. The 10-speed gearbox keeps revs low, maximizing both efficiency and comfort. And depending on model and use, you can expect fuel economy in the mid-teens for the gas versions. Not bad for something this capable. Now, let's talk price. Because this is where Ford has managed to hit a sweet spot. The 2026 Transit starts around $46,000 for the basic cargo model and climbs towards $65,000 for the fully equipped passenger variant. The electric E-Transit starts near $56,000, depending on battery and configuration. But for what it offers, the refinement, the technology, the safety, and the versatility, it feels like money well spent. Because this isn't just another van. This is a blank canvas for possibility. Some will use it as a luxury shuttle. Others will turn it into a mobile office, a camper, or even a rolling film studio. And then there are those who will simply enjoy driving it, because for the first time, the Transit is more than a tool. It's a machine you actually want to be in. As the sun sets and the headlights cast that crisp white beam across an open stretch of highway, you can't help but appreciate what Ford has done here. The Transit name has always been about movement. Moving people, moving cargo, moving business forward. But in 2026, it's moving expectations. It's proof that even the most practical vehicle can be beautiful, that a van can feel premium, and that comfort and purpose can live in the same space. So whether you see it as a luxury family hauler, a professional workhorse, or the ultimate platform for adventure, one thing's for certain: the 2026 Ford Transit is no longer just transportation, it's transformation. Thanks for watching, car lovers. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Ford's new generation of luxury vans, don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more cinematic car stories, and tell me in the comments, would you drive the new Transit every day, or convert it into something truly unique? The choice, as always, is yours.